First off, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Kevin Michael Conner. I'm a reading instructor at Los Angeles Job Corps.
Okay. My first question for you is Mr. Connor is who is Mr. Connor? Like what do you think like what are you? Like who are you, Mr. Connor?
Who am I? Good question. I'm a 65-year-old African American male instructor, born and raised in Los Angeles, California. Um, that's basically who I am.
Mm.
I have several hobbies, several interests. I like to write. I like to travel when I'm able.
Mm.
Um, I've been teaching for about 37 years, and I'm an avid family historian and genealogist who has been working on doing family history research about almost the same length of time that I've been teaching since 1988.
Mm. Okay. What do you do in your free time?
I don't have much free time. I work when I'm not working in Job Corps. I work as a tutor consultant for a nonprofit learning center called Educating Young Minds, which is located in Crenshaw Corridor. And when I'm not teaching, um, like I said, I'm an avid genealogist, so I spend a lot of time researching and working on writing projects based on the research that I do. And I work out, I walk, and work out as much as I can. So I guess that would be the free time part.
Do you think you ever will more so pursue writing, or is it more so that is your profession?
Yes, I have. Okay, so let me do a little promo here. So my plan is to retire within the next couple months. I will still be working somewhere because I won't be able to afford to, at least not the high cost of living in Los Angeles. Living also. Yeah, I was saying that I won't be able to afford to live in Los Angeles off Social Security as sole source of income. But I do intend on focusing my attention on my writing projects and doing remote work. I can teach, tutor remotely. I don't necessarily have to be located in Los Angeles. But about 4 or 5 years ago, I started on a writing project that's called River Roads. And the River Roads is a project that I started. I designed it as a book series in 3 parts. It's grown into a much larger project and is fully based on my family history. So I have different time periods. Initially, it was part of a project called the 1492 Project, which looks at and evaluates the impact of European colonialism on African and indigenous culture as a result of the Reconquista in Spain, which had an impact on the Moorish and Jewish populations. And it was really one of the major turning points in history, which led to the West African slave trade, which started around 1535. I have family from well, let's put it this way. I'm of Moorish and Ethiopian ancestry, principally, and I also have ancestry from the medieval Nubian kingdom of Makuria. And so what's happened is the more research I've done, I've actually went from the 1492 turning point, and I've been focusing my research on the sack of Constantinople, which happened around 1104, the like 11th, 12th century, which is another major turning point in history. So I have different historical periods that wanted to focus on one, and then I realized the more research that I did, that it's a much larger story. So I'm up to about 6 or 8 parts, and my problem is knowing how to basically move from the research stage and focus to the writing stage. But that's mostly really what I do in my spare time, is trying to give more attention to my writing, and that's what I plan to do upon retirement within the next couple months.
What's the one thing you would change about the world?
Now that's one that's I have to put some thought into that, so bear with me. That's really hard to say. I'm really okay. So let me look at it this way. I would have to look at what I think is the most challenging problem that we have in the world today, which endangers the future of especially our youth. Climate change is way up there, but I think that what I would change is somehow, if I had the power, is to I hate war. To do away with especially nuclear weaponry. But all of that is driven by politics and politicians and political lobbies, which profit off war, which profit off arms manufacturing and funding so-called terrorist groups to destabilize countries. So let's say do away with politics.
Okay, in world politics.
Too much politics and everything. Do away with politics.
Okay.
This thing about political parties and electoral systems, the whole concept of democracy is really a shame.
So that's the thing you would change about the world.
Mm-hmm.